can you please, on my behalf, explain to the world who Daddy is?
Well, I've got a famous father, and his name is...
Welcome to Dance Dish, where the dance ends and the dish begins. I'm Helene Phillips, the creator of Dance Dish, and your guest host for this week's episode. So, I am sitting next to someone that I'm just honored and thrilled to be sitting next to. He is a 5-time MTV Award winner. He has won 2 Bob Fosse Awards, and he is a good friend of mine, which I treasure. So without further ado, let me introduce the one and only Michael Rooney.
Huzzah! Helene, thank you so much for that introduction.
No, I'm so happy you're here.
I have wanted to do this for so long. Thank you so much for
no,
having me.
There is so much I want to get to, but I think everyone wants to know how you transitioned from a dancer to a choreographer.
I was dancing for about 10 or 15 years, and I would say like the last year, I was looking past the lights, and I was looking beyond the stage, and I was starting to ask everybody, what's that light? What is that sound machine called?
Good for
and
you.
I started asking questions. So I decided to end my career as a dancer. I told my agent I didn't want to be sent out on any dance gigs. So what I did was I got myself some dancers together and I shot a video at UCLA to Janet Jackson's Pleasure Principle. And I put it all together and I started to submit myself at production houses with that
So
piece of material.
without an agent?
That was without an agent.
Good for you.
Yeah. So somehow that Janet Jackson Pleasure Principle video got to Spike Jones. And he asked me to do a video
incredible.
called It's Oh So Quiet for Somebody Named Bjork. And that video put me on the map. It got me my first MTV award for Best Choreography.
Oh my God, Michael.
I know. And
Were you nervous? Were you?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That video came with no instructions.
Yeah.
Refrigerators come with instructions. That did not come with instructions. But Bjork, God bless her, she did such a great job. And the dancers did such a great job. And I'm very thankful that that put me on the map.
Oh my God. Rolling along.
Rolling along.
We go to what?
I did this film called 500 Days of Summer with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Great film.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I did this number called You Making My Dreams Come True that Joseph Gordon-Levitt danced through.
Yeah.
And it was this isolated, big, huge number in the film. And Joseph did a great job.
I loved it. I thought that was an amazing piece of work.
Thank you, Helene.
Now, let's get into TV.
I did So You Think You Can Dance. I got to do one of their opening numbers, and then I also had a chance to do Dancing with the Stars. They asked me to do a Busby Berkeley number, and they asked me to do their Halloween special, which was a number to Billie Eilish's song.
Now I'm like flipping back. There is a film, Dora the Explorer. Michael choreographed it, in case you're wondering.
They asked me to do this big closing number at the end of the film where the credits were rolling. And I got to shoot that in Australia. It was just amazing.
Let's move on to a film, another film that I danced for you in, and it is called The Muppet Movie.
I was so excited because I've always wanted to work with Kermit and Miss Piggy, although I heard Miss Piggy sometimes has an attitude.
Yeah.
She was dating this guy named Chris P. Bacon at the time, and I think they were having some, problems and stuff. But I had a chance to work with them and a lot of dancers.
And can we just talk about Miss Piggy for 2 seconds, because Miss Piggy got her hair and makeup done more than any dancer, more than the stars. I mean, every take, I don't know if you remember, they were combing Miss Piggy's hair, making sure her makeup is right, making sure her outfit is good. It was just adorable. I mean, I had such a blast on that
Wasn't she
job.
great to work with?
Yeah.
I also got to hire my father. We had a little cameo moment for him in the film.
Okay, so can you please, on my behalf, explain to the world who Daddy is?
Well, I've got a famous father, and his name is Mickey Rooney. And yeah.
If you don't know, you need to look him up. You need to look him up right now. Right now. Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland.
Yeah, he was a pretty big deal
Beyond
back then.
famous.
Yeah, he made a lot of people feel good back in the day when the wars were going on.
And talk about being part of huge dance numbers.
Busby Berkeley was the
Yeah.
choreographer. But I got to give my father a little cameo at the bench at the end of the film,
That's so
which
cute.
was great.
So
He
you
was-
brought him on?
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
I brought him on, and he did his cameo very, very
Oh my
well.
God.
I loved working with the dancers. And
Yeah.
Helene, you were
I was.
in that big dance number.
I was.
Did you have a good time in that?
I did. You want me to tell you a little story about that?
Please. Hopefully it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's all good because you saved the day. Michael saved the day. But my character, we all had street characters, and mine was a journalist. So I had on my little journalist outfit, and they gave me a notebook in one hand and a pencil in the other. But Michael's choreography was crisscross of arms at one point, and we're doing all this kind of crisscross where we're holding hands.
I remember that.
You know, as a dancer, you make it work. You make it work. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm holding two things, so I'm just going to do this. And I'm in the front row, and I'm holding these two things, and he's literally looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, well, wardrobe gave me this stuff, so I'm only the dancer, so I can't say no. And so I said, if you don't want me to hold this, then you need to be the one to say something. And Michael ran and said something. We got rid of the notebook so I could hold hands. I am here to tell you all that Michael is extraordinary to work for, and you'll have the time of your life because you kept us laughing the entire time. So
Oh my
I
God.
really appreciate that.
Thank you, Helene.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just thank you for hiring me again and again.
Oh my God, Helene, I love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think it's very important, especially as a choreographer, to stick to your brand. And during the Muppets, it was called, I think the musical number was called Life's a Happy Song.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do. I like my choreography to come through very happy, the human side of life.
Yeah, I love that.
And that everything's gonna be okay. And I just really think that number encapsulated how I hope the world can be one day. Everybody just joining, like you said, with hands, and life is a happy song.
Oh my
Let's-
God. Well,
let's keep it
we
that
need
way.
to toast.
What a toast?
Let's toast to
Life's a happy song and dance dish.
Life's a happy song. I love that. Working together, keeping
together.
everyone smiling, knowing how to do this.
I love that.
Here's to you.
Here's to you, Helene.
Here's to Dance Dish.
Here's to Dance Dish.
Huzzah. All right,
Oh.
Michael, take us out.
Ooh, Helene, I think you put something else in that drink. I think I'm out of here.
Michael? 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 Where's Michael? Michael? Michael?
Dance.
5, 6, 7, 8.